I've been working on my 100cc equivalent electric propulsion system for giant scale airplanes. It's got a Castle Phoenix Edge 160 HVF ESC. That's a high voltage because I've got, I'm running two 6-cell batteries for 12S 1P. And I've got the telemetry working on it now. I had failed to set one of the settings in the ESC called Live Link because I'm using telemetry. I've got a separate telemetry module. This is from the older days of the Spektrum stuff. Now they're integrated into the receivers, at least some of them. And the Live Link lets you get the telemetry information from a variety of devices. And in this case, this ESC has telemetry built into it as well. It has data logging, but it has the capability for telemetry when using the telemetry link, the Castle Telemetry Link. I've also got a Castle Quick Connect that lets me plug into the computer for doing the data logging and changing settings. But I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. I also got reversing working on here. There's a line, a white line that comes out of the ESC that can have multiple functions, including a lock, because they sell a key lock so that you can have to pull out this to arm the system so that the motor can't run. But in the case of my PC-6, I want to be able to have reversing. If I put this in a Mustang or a Ultimate biplane, it'll be the lock instead of reversing, because I won't use reversing on those airplanes, probably. But I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick demo. You have to start things up in the correct sequence. This receiver does not have a BEC in it, so I've got a battery wired into the circuit using a Y cable. I'll use a BEC that runs off of lithium batteries that has adjustable voltage, so I can control the voltage going to the system, the servos. But I'm going to go ahead and turn on the, I messed up there, and I'm not going to stop the video. I'm going to turn on the transmitter. And now I'm going to turn on the battery, which will arm the receiver and the transmitter module. And those lights come on. And now I'll plug in the batteries, and there will be a spark. I need to use a spark arresting connector in this. I was concerned about the spark, but for the time being, I'm not worried about it. So I can put this in ESC status mode, and then there you can see the RPMs, and I'm going to run this forward first. I'm just going to run it real slow, and you can see it's running about 1300 RPMs, and it'll go up to about 9500, but I'm going to slow it down and reverse it. And now it's running in reverse at about 1000 RPMs, and I'm gonna pull it down. But I've got it set up so I can just flip the switch, and with the delay, the motor brakes. So that'll be convenient for backing up the airplane if needed. And for realism, because the PC-6 can move in reverse. So the batteries, these two batteries are currently showing about 48.5 volts. They go above 50 volts. That's a lot of power. And this motor can handle about 160 amps, and this ESC's 160 amps. They recommend using a 200, but I'm gonna prop it so that it doesn't pull too much current. At least that's the goal. And the real reason I wanted the telemetry going is so when I actually put all this on a bigger test stand, this is just my testing little setup where I mount motors before I put them on test stands outside. But I'm gonna put it on a tripod test stand. I have a nice one made out of Versalam that was for this, and I'm gonna get it all set up, and I'll start running some props outside because running this inside isn't feasible. So anyway, that's what's going on in my world.